はい、こんばんは、ラルです。今日もね、The Outer Worlds やっていこうと思います。ね、船の修理が完了したので、多分飛ばせるんじゃないかなっていうところからスタートします。話す。
Welcome back, Captain. All systems are now operating within acceptable parameters. Shall I take our ship into orbit?
行こう。おー、飛んだ飛んだ。さてさて、別の惑星に行けるのかな？どうなんだろう。
Received a communication request from Dr. Phineas Wells.
Ah, there you are, hale and hearty, and captain of your own ship. I see you're putting the unreliable to good use.
Unreliable.
Shame about her former captain. Horrible way to die. How are you feeling, by the way? I lost track of you in that cave back there. Experiencing any unnatural drippage? Perfectly normal
洞
side
窟？
effect of thawing, I assure you. Oh, that, yes, that's probably permanent.
ずっと
I
続
wouldn't
け
worry about it, though. I'm sure you're fine.
ゲームだか
What
ら
you
使える
saw
け
in
ど、実
Emerald
際にあっ
Vale
た
is
ら
happening
ちょっと
all
面倒
across
だよ
the
な。
colony. Food shortages, lack of supplies, and basic necessities. We're dying. The chairman, the minister, and all their lackeys on the board are to blame. The Hope has some of the brightest minds Earth ever sent us. If we can revive the Hope's colonists, they can help us undo the board's mistakes. They can help us set things right. You need to get to Stellar Bay on Monarch. I have contacts there. They'll help me, help
なん
us,
かこの
find the
ウェールズ
chemicals
を
to
正しいとす
revive
る
your
なら
fellow
評議会は
colonists.
ダメなんだな。
Gladys Kilkelly, lovely woman, runs a cozy little black marketing outfit on the Groundbreaker. She can get you a nav key to land on Stellar Bay.
ほうほ
Strictly speaking, Monarch is a moon, terraformed badly, and almost completely lawless. You'll love it.
う。どう思ったらいけると思ったん
Captains
だ
don't
ね。
fly their own ships, you see. Your navigation terminal handles the, navigation. Think of a nav key as a set of flight instructions. The board's been confiscating nav keys for Stellar Bay, so we must rely on unconventional
なるほどね。
means of acquisition. Hence, Miss Gladys Kilkelly. Without a skip drive, good luck. You'll be dead before you make it to the nearest star. Look, I admire your optimism, but the sad truth is you're stuck here. You, me, and the rest of this colony. We're all skating precariously around the edge of oblivion together. None of us are leaving Halcyon alive, so we may as well make it a better place.
Halcyon.
And we can start by reviving the Hope. Gladys and I have been doing business for years. Her smuggling credentials are unimpeachable. If anyone can get you a key to Monarch, it's her. In theory, I suppose you could land your ship in Cascadia, and in theory, I suppose you might survive the experience. Cascadia is utterly seething with dangerous, highly aggressive creatures, more than capable of tearing you limb from limb.
前回、わけわかんないゴリ
You'd
ラ
have
で
to
す
be a
ら倒せなかっ
lunatic
た
to
から
land on
な。
Cascadia, and I'm reasonably certain I tested your brain for incipient signs of insanity. Trust me, talk to Gladys Kilkelly.
わかったよ。
Excellent. I'll send her a wireless. Let her know you're coming. By the way, I gave Captain Hawthorne a disguise apparatus of my own design, cutting-edge technology, years ahead of its time. I call it the holographic shroud. I'm sure it will prove remarkably useful to you. You'll find it in the
Maji.
captain's quarters. marvelous device. I'm quite proud of
め
myself.
ちゃめちゃ
The
便利じゃ
shroud
ん。
changes the user's appearance to mimic that of another. It has limits, first-generation technology, you see, but promising. Exciting to see it in use at last. Very simply, the holographic shroud uses biometric information contained on standard identity cartridges to generate a holographic projection around you. Excellent. I'll contact you once you've found a way to get to Stellar Bay. If you have any questions, come see me in my lab. And remember, don't trust the board. They'll try to win you over with promises of wealth and power.
ただ
But
もう
it's a
敵対
lie.
しちゃったからな。
The board's only interested in filling their own pockets. If we don't put a stop to them, they're going to run this colony to the ground.
Transmission ended. If you are ready to depart, please select a destination on your
まずマントを
navigation
取ってこよ
terminal.
う。どっかには。上だな。
The ship used to be much quieter.
悪かったね。静かじゃなくなっちゃって。
Want to be a
Right,
brand new
totally.
you? Try out our respecification machine. Alex installed it himself right before he died.
どうやっていくんだ？こっちか。
I like what you've done with the place.
ここ降りたっけ？あ、アディレードがくれたの？あー、こうやって絆を築いた人から何かもらえるのかな？今はどこにいたんだ？モナーク。ここにいんのか。
The ground
点をアクセ見たり、これまで興味あるスポット確認でしたりできます。
breaker has approved our request for docking, Captain. You're free to disembark.
Can we talk? Hey, Captain. I heard that Groundbreaker's got a real good engineer. A lady named Junlei Tennyson. I was thinking that maybe I ought to meet her. If you got time to swing us by, I mean. I don't got much experience fixing actual spaceships. I bet you a can of Borston beans she could teach me all manner of stuff. I abso-surely can. I'm a passing fair mechanic. Even Mr. Thompson would have said it's my only skill. But I'm used to working on cannery lines, AG loaders and the like. There's tricks about ships I ain't learned yet. All I'm looking for is a few pointers. I bet a lady who runs a whole station has forgot more than I ever learned. Gosh, no, Captain. I aim to stay so long as I'm welcome. I figured Junlei and I could confabulate over wireless or by message.
ちょっと意地悪してみて。
And maybe when we put into Groundbreaker, I could stop by to visit her sometimes. But only when you don't need me with you. Thanks, Captain. I'll be sure to make it worth your time. Did you want to talk about something else?
Groundbreaker。
Captain. Hey, Captain.
That's not the point. This hackwood just knocked out one of my workers.
住んでいいのかな、よくわかんねえ。
Careful where you smoke. The crew bills us for air filtration.
Thought I saw something. What do you think you're doing? Just don't complicate my job, okay?
いいやつしたらなんとかなっ
What was that? Guess I'm seeing things.
た。あ、評価が下落。開けたらなんかまずそうなんだけど、開けてみよう。
Great work.
立ち入り禁止。ホログラフィックマウント、どうやって使う？変装発動。変装した。
Oh, you got that? Nicely done.
あんま時間がないんだよな。マント効果が切れたら終わっちまう。
Looking sharp.
パクりまくっちゃった。オッケーオッケー。
Move along.
こっち行けとかあったし。
Identification, please.
校長。
Captain Hawthorne, you said. Let me apologize in advance. I'm
え
about to ruin
どういう
your
こと
day. According to your ship's record, you've been flagged by the board. Your ship will be impounded until
Huh?
such a time as they see fit to lift it.
But we've hardly been out of Edgewater long enough to get in trouble.
Now, hold on. This isn't the end of the world. Probably. You'll want to take it up with Udom Bedford, our board representative here on Groundbreaker.
さあ、
His office is located along the starboard wall of the promenade. Shines like a Byzantium commode. You can't miss it.
めんどくさいことに。
Access to that information is above my pay grade, and I've turned down 3 promotions, so it stays that way. I shouldn't be mentioning it, but what the hell? This here, impounding your ship, it doesn't happen much. The board knows we don't take kindly to their interfering in our operations. If I had to take a guess as to why, you must have riled up someone
だ
important.
から結構俺もあったからな。
You take the starch out of them, well, you won't hear any complaints from me. Oh, and if you're headed that way, would you mind doing me a favor? Wanda Dorset over in sickbay, tell her the shipment's not in yet. It's not coming in anytime
相当仕事
soon.
したくないんだ
She'd
な、
be so
この校
obliged
長
to
は
get。off my ass about it. A handful of SAM cleaning units retrofitted for surgery. I don't know much else. I stopped listening when she started yelling. Much appreciated. Is there anything else I can help you with? The fence. You'll find her in the rest and go, on your left when you enter the promenade. Make sure you bring an empty belly. You noticed, huh? What can I say? We're passionate folks, and the board can't abide that independent spirit, especially not when it might impact their bottom line. All their interstellar freighters come through us, and we skim a few bits off the top in manifest processing fees with every one. Folks around here will bluster that the board hates our freedom, but really, they know we can stop their out-system shipments anytime we like, and that
なる
terrifies
ほどね。それなりに利害関係があるんだな。
It's a delicate balance, right? We could cancel their freighters' docking privileges in retaliation, but where'd that lead us? They got assault cruisers, gunships, and a handful of mining operations at their fingertips. We push them too hard, maybe they decide we'd be better in 10 trillion little pieces. Or they cobble together a new groundbreaker and put us out of business.
The board wouldn't do that. Would they?
It's a tough line to walk, no doubt about that. But we make do all right. So far, anyway. Maybe. Most of the shipping traffic in the system passes through Groundbreaker. Every couple of months, we even get a big interstellar freighter. Two biggest operations are the board. That is, Halcyon Holdings and Sublight Salvage. But there are independent operators around the promenade deck. Most of those jobs are going to take you off station, though. Commandant Sanita might have a couple of folks she needs killed. Bad folks, I mean.
ひでえこと言うな。
Not regular folks. She'll be at the security desk behind me. Chief Junlei might have an errand needs running. She's all tied up trying to fix our heat problem. You'll find her in engineering.
No kidding? I'd love to get a look at this old girl's innards. I bet they're real twisty and weird. In a good way.
If you're thinking to make a career here, don't waste your time. Full-time jobs on Groundbreaker tend to be inherited, or go to a fellow crew member's kid. Keep it in the
な
family.
るほ
you
ど
know.
ね。
All right. Most places are on the promenade deck. Big door yonder, straight through security. There's a bar on the starboard side. I got a preference for the Lost Hope myself. Talk to Vera. She'll set you right. You need anything else? You let me know. Don't want anyone saying Groundbreaker's not the most hospitable port in the colony. Be seeing you.
OK、OK。
This is Halcyon
Careful what
News.
you smoke.
We interrupt your
Bills us for
regularly
air
scheduled
filtration.
advertisement for the following story.
どっから行けばいいんだ？
Rizzo's Purple Berry Punch. You want a punch? Rizzo's Spectrum Vodka. Aftertaste the rainbow.
You've been flying the outer system.
Ooh, can we rent an upstairs room?
はい、いた。
Bless my heart. A stranger come knocking on a poor old woman's door. You here for a particular reason? Or did the neighbors tell you how good my sugar cookies are? Made without a single natural ingredient or an oven. Just like
さ
store-bought.
て、グラディスよ。
Those have been the height of illegality since Stellar Bay turned their noses up at the board. You and I could be thrown to the void just for discussing such a transaction. Lucky for us, Groundbreaker's a free port. We're outside of the board's control. For the time being, at least. Now, I only have the one nav
Okay.
key. And they're hard to come by these days. It won't be cheap. If you find yourself lacking in the bits, I might have an opportunity you'd be interested in.
仕事をしてくれってこと？
Phineas, that old kook. He was quite the dancer back in his prime, did he tell you? Real light on his feet. Real light on the wallet, too. He still owes me a small fortune.
あ
Lost.
あ、あの野
Maybe
郎
I。should charge you double. Well, I find I'm in need of a ship captain with a little moral flexibility. Might be this could help out the groundbreaker, as well as earn some bits. But if you've got qualms... Do you know Edna, over in engineering? Sweet as a pea, that one. On occasion, she'll pass along transmissions I might find interesting. She sent me a recording of a distress signal she'd scraped from the groundbreaker's comm array. Curious thing is, it came from an outpost called Roseway. And Auntie Cleo abandoned that place years ago. You've got an ear for intrigue and a nose for bits. I like that. Here's a copy of the SOS recording, complete with the coordinates. If you should find a secret worth selling, might be I could find a buyer. Corporate bigwigs will pay top bit for inside information on their competitors.
情報を持っ
The
てこ
more
いと
we。got the corps fighting each other, the less time they got to meddle in our affairs. Don't forget to come find old Gladys when you're done. Might want to acquaint yourself with Junlei Tennyson, Groundbreaker's chief. She's been trying to get a handle on this heat problem we've got. You'll find her fretting in engineering. I'd say she's a sweet girl, but law forfend someone call me a liar. Won a charming copper kettle off that girl who runs the pub. She's a fierce arm wrestler, but she's no match for your pal Gladys.
限定ストック。どういうことだ？クリティカルダメージが増加します。グレネードランチャーなんてあるよ。マジかよ。660も DPS あんの。超高くね？これ欲しいんだけど、ビット足りません。なんか売れたら、いや、2000分なんて貯めらんねえよな。無理だ。
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story.
口堂々と。これ盗みすぎてバレそうだよな。これくらいにしとくか。
Sorry about the heat. Chief Tennyson will get the radiators fixed soon. Of course, this heat sure makes a zero-G brew extra refreshing. It's an ale that's good for what ails you. Oh, and it's not the best choice. It's Spacer's choice. Taste the freedom. A lot of slogans to keep track of.
長いよ。喋りが。
Sometimes I forget. Have a look.
ほう。
I know she's in there, Mfuru. can't keep me out of there.
Scene, Dr. Fenhill.
I am not making.
What do you think you're doing?
バレた。
Sorry for the misunderstanding.
おお。
Here they come!
あ、やべすぎた。バレた。ああ。バレるとこうなるのか。やべえやべえ。やりすぎたやりすぎた。盗むとこんなことになっちゃうのか。ごめん。あちゃー。よくなかったんだね。うわうわうわ、敵だらけだ。やはり盗みは良くないってことか。ああ。殺してくれ。盗みは良くないね。めっちゃ盗んじゃったけども、すでに。
Gracious. I was just sitting down for tea. Anytime, sweetheart. You know where to find me. Here, take a candy with you.
かな。話が終わったところからかな。盗むときはバレないようにやるってことだな。
Anarchists live as one with the animals.
「倉庫のものをいただいてくぜ」。
Are you listening to me, Emfuru? You can't keep me out of there.
Please don't let the scene, Dr. Fenhill.
I am not.
途中にいただくぜ。なんか悪いことをしてる気分がなくなってきちゃったらまずいな、このゲーム。
You ever wonder if maybe folks keep doors closed for a reason?
やばい、切れる。セーフ。もう一回。盗みは良くないよ。
For the last ratchet on rotten time, leave me in peace. You hull-headed quacks do know
オッケーオッケー。
CNP pancake mix now requires no mixing. Seriously, don't mix it. Have you seen this man?
Go back to Byzantium, you go.
I'm just gonna hang in the back and try not to.
Ah, yes. Wheeler messaged me you were coming. He must be the captain of the Unreliable, a vessel that used to be helmed by one Alex Hawthorne.
あ、バレて
And
る。
you are not he. Has something happened to my favorite scruffy freelancer? Oh no, this is terrible. My dear friend, what devilry is this? In whose miserable fever dream am I trapped?
大げさなやつだ。
I impounded Alex's ship, not yours. Well, I guess it's yours now if you're captaining it. It's a game we play, he and I. I ask him to turn in Phineas Wells. He tells me he will soon. I impound his ship. He explains why he can't give me the info right now. I ask him to turn in Wells. Around and around we go. What? I'm sorry? I'm quite certain I heard Wells. Phineas Wells. Oh, it's quite all right. I'm used to it. Indeed. And you know where he is? Excelsior! Oh, and there we are. I've removed the lock on your ship in a show of my gratitude. An apprehension of this caliber will be tremendous for my career. I'll send you straight away to my superiors in Byzantium.
仲間を撃っちゃった。
Oh
間
no.
違えた。
Oh no. Just a teensy one, the teensiest. Nothing to lie awake worrying about for nights on end or anything. The thing is, I needed money. A lot of money, quickly, for reasons. I might have pawned my official board seal to Gladys, the black market fence here on the Groundbreaker. I can't authorize the paperwork you'll need to turn Phineas in without it.
To give away something so important to you, there must have been some curious reasons.
I'll thank you not to question my motives, young miss. It was a mistake, and I'd like to put it behind me. It's only temporary, of course. I'd never leave something so important in the hands of someone of such a dubious moral character. I was going to buy it back once I raised the capital. So you'll need to get my seal back from her if you want to hand Phineas over to the board. That's really neither here nor there, don't you think? No, I'm sorry. I really can't.
しょうもねえな、こいつ。
You probably don't even know where Wells is. None of my contacts ever pan out. Law, what am I going to do now? The board will have my head. Oh, I'm sorry. This is terribly unprofessional of me. Is there anything else I might help you with? You've changed your mind? Fine. You see, I really do need that seal.
この方が面白くなりそうな気がしてきた。
Actually, I can't grant you access to Byzantium without it. If the board learned of my foolishness, why, by the law, they'd fire me. I absolutely would not. The board isn't even the worst of it. Gladys intends to sell it to the highest bidder. She's demanded I provide her with proof of its authenticity. And if I refuse, she'll have those goons at Sublight Salvage throw me down the waste disposal shaft. Go, ask Gladys yourself. She doesn't care who knows. I'm sure she'd be thrilled to tell you she got foolish old Udam over a barrel. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much. I'm certain Gladys can be made, well, can probably be made to see reason. I'll be waiting eagerly for your return. Now, is there any way in which I might assist you? Be my guest. A luxury stateroom reserved for Chairman Rockwell's use. Oh, good law! Who'd want to go to that toxic hell pit?
No. Emphatically no. Unequivocally no. Immutably
使え
no.
ないな
Best to be clear, I believe. Ask away.
レベルが上がった。会話スキルはな、欲しいよな。で、50まで来た。上で、
Is it Mr. Wells, the fellow who woke you? How bad could he be? Something you need?
よし、じゃあ今回はこんなところで、なんかきな臭い話にいっぱい巻き込まれちゃったけど、次回はね、戦闘になったらいいなと思います。では、また次回ありがとうございました。